Hi, we're here today. I'm going to describe to you how to paint this eye. This is what the outcome will look like. I'm going to use black, bright blue, and then a mixture of real blue and white, and then white. The first step is to make sure that the center is all white, which is done. And then we take the black. For me, this is how I do it. Some people do it a tad bit different. And I usually use the caps instead of getting one of the strainers. For this, I highly recommend a toothpick. I make mistakes. And white bees. And a piece of paper, just to make sure you don't have a lot of gunk on your paintbrush. So in my paintbrush, when you have it, before I start painting, I will just dab it on a piece of paper, just to make sure I got no globs or extra. I use the 000 brushes for this job. And I'm going to first go all the way around the outside here and do my lining. Whoops, I still got too much paint on my paintbrush. And I'm going to go all the way around. And I usually like to point directly on and show you guys all at the same time. So you go directly, so it's pointed like this. And go all the way around the outline of the eye. So you're going to go all the way around the outline of the eye. So that all of it looks like that. And sometimes you have to go over it more than once. Especially the bottom part, that's going to stay white. Up here it's going to go black, and I have a bigger paintbrush for that. And you have to sometimes turn it. So go all the way around at the angle you need. And yes, I got the white because I'm going to have to touch up. It's a guarantee for me. I'm a little shaky in my hand, being that I got that. Sometimes that causes some issues, but I don't let it stop me, and we just touch up. And I did. I'm going to have to touch up. I can already see that. Then we just keep going until you get right to the edge. There we go. Whoops, except I gotta get a little better over here for the edge. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to try to match the other side for the white, so I got the same amount of white on the bottom as I do over there. Yes, we have to touch up, and that's just when you take your white paint and just touch up very little. So I'm going to try to make the same white on both sides. It can get tricky. I'm trying to make like just a curve. I think I'm happy with that. You gotta be happy. I'm gonna take a bigger paintbrush now and fill in that black area for me. You fill in. If it's easier to lay flat for you, just do what's easier for you. No way is the wrong way, and that's what you need to remember, is that what's easier for you is what is right. So you can still see it's just keep painting until you're happy. We will put eyelashes on this. And sometimes it likes to be difficult, like right there. Once the black is dry, I'm going to touch up white there and there. In the meantime, I got to clean my brushes. I brought my water, my wipies, just to wipe them off, just to make sure. We'll do the eyeball part in this video, and then we'll have to do eyelashes in the next. Make sure your brushes are good and clean in between colors, or use different brushes. But you want to make sure they're good and clean by the end, or they won't be good for your next project. And then I just got to touch up. Oops. And yes, I might have to get the black back out because I see I want that a little bit darker, and that's okay to keep. So it matches the other side. Okay, now I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm just going to make that line a little darker in the black. Now you can do that at any time because you have the outline that you want, but I will be doing that. What I'm doing next is taking my bright blue color, and I'm going to actually make almost, as you can see over here, it's like a U. Use my 000 brush for this. And I'm going to make my U try to be matched with that one. As much as possible. Okay. Then I take my light blue and I dust it along the rim here once that's dry. Except I just... Then when I take my white, then I put white right here, then a white dab. Just want to touch that up. I let all dry in between coats. I will dip my light into, that I create, I mix two, and I'll kind of like with dry brushing wipe a lot of it off, but not a lot, and then I go over top of the edges. And here, to create that lighter color that you see on the other side. So we go over that, and then add the white along the rim. Hit like if you like what you've seen so far. Next time we will do eyelashes.